What I'm about to tell you is emblematic of Trump's last 10 years of lies, obfuscation, and criminal acts. But first this. The Department of Justice has received Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral to probe Obama-era officials for manufactured and politicized intelligence regarding the Trump-Russia probe. Now, Gabbard is the Director of National Intelligence. And last week, she declassified documents which she claims implicates Obama in some Trumpian conspiracy that Obama made up the story about Russia interfering in our election back in 2016. Okay, we're going to explore these in just a second, but first, this is all simply a lie, a Trump distraction from the increasing chorus of MAGA and Republican voices demanding to see the Epstein files. And MAGA isn't happy.
And now he says if you're not on board with the Epstein cover-up, oh, I don't want your support, you're a weakling. Fuck you. Fuck you. You suck. You are fat. You are a joke. You are stupid. You are not funny. You are not as smart as you think you are.
Trump is doing everything he can to hide his pedo past. He had Mike Johnson cancel a House resolution calling for the release of these files, which will undoubtedly put Trump right in the middle of the whole thing.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to demand that Donald Trump and our Attorney General come clean to the American people and release the Epstein files. Now, this weekend, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "Let's not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about." Well, Mr. President, a lot of people actually care. And we know that MAGA was all in on Jeffrey Epstein. Now, my Republican colleagues have sent letters, they've posted, they've demanded disclosure. Donald Trump Jr., the president's own son, has tweeted dozens of times about this case. FBI Director Kash Patel swore under oath in front of the Senate that he would be transparent with the American public and release the Epstein files. He said, and I want to quote, "Make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened," that he would do that. That was his quote. Now, in February, our Attorney General, Pam Bondi, told Fox News that Epstein's client list was, again, and I quote, "sitting on my desk right now to review."
So here we are, and some points to remember. One, Tulsi Gabbard is a hack of the first degree with interesting connections to Russia. And according to a lot of people, she can't be trusted because of these Russian connections. Two, we know that Gabbard has been compromised by Trump because we know she knows the truth, that Russia was heavily involved in election interference and specifically tried to get Trump elected in 2016.
The evidence showed, the intelligence showed that, again, Russia did not have either the intent nor the capability to be able to impact the outcome of the United States election. So it was very striking when we look back again at the documents that I declassified and released that shows there was a shift. In early December, the first week of December, again, another document was produced by the intelligence community, a president's daily brief that was consistent with every other assessment that was done previously leading up to the election. Russia did not, this is after the election now, did not attempt to affect the outcome of the American election.
But hey, don't take my word.
The worst cabinet appointment in recent American history.
Ask this guy, John Bolton.
Yeah, sure. Let me give you an example of Tulsi Gabbard at work. The day of an intelligence briefing to members of Congress, January the 8th, 2020, when under President Trump's direction, the United States had eliminated Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Quds Force, Tulsi Gabbard said in an interview with Jake Tapper, and I quote, that she was concerned about the illegal and unconstitutional act of war that had been carried out under President Trump's orders. So that's the kind of person that we're going to put in charge of our overall intelligence community. I don't think either she or Matt Gaetz, given the Russian propaganda that she has espoused over the past period of time, I think she's a serious threat to our national security. I think Republican senators should reject both of them.
And three, there is a preponderance of evidence that Russia attacked our election and tried to get Trump elected president. Look at this.
America's top intelligence agencies have demonstrated one clear fact. The Russian government meddled in the 2016 presidential election. This is the first glimpse we got into Russia's interference in the election. It's the summer of 2016, and hacked and stolen emails from the Hillary Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee are publicly released, some via the website WikiLeaks. Cybersecurity experts quickly suggest Russians were behind the hack, but no evidence is provided. Candidate Donald Trump routinely downplayed suggestions that Russia was interfering.
It could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
As the presidential campaign continues in the fall of 2016, American intelligence officials brief members of Congress that the Russian government is looking to interfere in the election. In September, at the G20 meeting in China, President Obama reportedly warns Russian President Vladimir Putin to stop his nation's interference. 2 months later, Donald Trump wins the presidency. But before his inauguration, the Obama administration publicly points the finger at Russia for the Clinton email hack, and in retaliation, levies sanctions on Russia and expels 35 Russian nationals from the U.S. The next month, a declassified intelligence report, written with input from the FBI, the CIA, and the NSA, states that Vladimir Putin personally ordered a cyber and social media campaign to disrupt the recent U.S. presidential election. And it states that Putin had a clear preference for Donald Trump. According to the report, Putin, quote, aspired to help President-elect Trump's election chances, when possible, by discrediting Secretary Clinton and publicly contrasting her unfavorably to him. In February of 2018, Robert Mueller's first indictment against the Russians drops.
The indictment charges 13 Russian nationals and 3 Russian companies for committing federal crimes while seeking to interfere in the United States political system.
Mueller's team lays out a sweeping case, directly accusing Russian citizens and companies of a massive, coordinated disinformation campaign to sabotage the election.
Okay, now, first of all, it wasn't just the FBI and the CIA. All 17 intelligence agencies here in the United States and European intelligence agencies saw what was happening, and it wasn't that hard. And all those investigators from Mueller to Comey to Rosenstein, all Republicans. And they came to the conclusions a year into Trump's first term, not under Obama. And then there's Trump's comments about the interference.
Trump with a grin, President Putin stone-faced. And then it was down to business.
Great to be with you.
After the cameras left the room, it was just the 2 men and their translators, an unprecedented 2-hour off-the-record meeting.
I think that the United States has been foolish. I think we've all been foolish, and I think we're all to blame. There was no collusion at all.
Well, it became clear that he and Putin had a relationship. As we see today, Trump was his little bitch. But there's a lot more evidence. Here are some bullet points. When banks would no longer lend Trump money, he borrowed money exclusively from Russians. And Paul Manafort, who ran his 2016 campaign and was later arrested and sent to prison, he worked for Putin's ally, Ukraine dictator Yanukovych. And Trump sent his son and Manafort to Trump Tower to meet with Russians to get dirt on Hillary. And of course, this.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails.
But as I said at the top, this isn't about Obama. Well, not 100% anyway. Trump is in big trouble with the Epstein investigation. Every day, more comes out about his relationship with Epstein and his interest in young girls.
Yeah, do you have an age limit, or would you?
No, I have no age. I'm in fully with, 12-year-olds.
And as evidenced by this AI video Trump posted showing Obama getting arrested, there's no evidence to support any action against Obama, except maybe this.
You think Donald Trump ever changed the diaper? I almost said that, but I decided I shouldn't say it.
Trump hates Obama because Barack is in his head.
Obviously, we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. No, seriously, just recently, in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice, you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
It's all going to hell for Donnie, and he's panicking. Just today, he banned the Wall Street Journal from the press pool. Not MSNBC, the Wall Street Journal, which is about as liberal as John Bolton. But even though the Wall Street Journal isn't liberal, they're not pedophiles either. And Donnie, at the end of the day, one more time, Obama wins again.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk. Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
You have no shame?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong? Yes.
TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.